Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Let's talk about what are the key components of solid waste management. There are 5 key components in this regard. First of all, generation of the waste, then the storage of the waste, then the collection, followed by transportation, and then disposal of the waste. So first of all, let's talk about generation of the waste. When a waste is generated, obviously we are talking about the solid waste here. It is generated when some raw material is there, or when some extra things are there, or when something has become useless for the owner. So at this stage the materials become valueless to the owner. For example, if I am using a ball pen and it has run out of ink, so I may not like to refill it, so the pen has become useless to me. Since they have no use for them and require them no longer, they wish to get rid of them. I may like to get rid of it so that maybe I can buy a new one. However, items which may be valueless to one individual may not necessarily be valueless to another. It always happen कि एक चीज़ अगर एक के काम में नहीं आ रही, उसके लिए वैल्यू नहीं रखती वो, तो हो सकता है वो चीज़ कोई दूसरा यूज़ कर सके. That's how things can go hand in hand. So for example, if I don't want to use that pen, I don't want to refill it, maybe my friend wants to have that pen so that he can refill it and use it. So but if he doesn't, that thing is a solid waste. So once the solid waste has been generated, the intermediate step is storage of the solid waste before disposing it off. Storage is a system for keeping materials after they have been discarded prior to collection and final disposal. अभी हम soil collect नहीं अभी हम जो waste है वो collect नहीं कर रहे, अभी सिर्फ generate हुई है. generate होने के बाद collection से पहले उसको कहीं store करना लाजमी है. For on-site disposal systems, storage might not be necessary. ऐसे सिस्टम जिनमें ऑन साइट डिस्पोजल हम कर देते हैं, जो कि हम नेक्स्ट लेसन में देखेंगे, उस केस में स्टोरेज जो है वो इतनी ज़रूरी नहीं है. वर्स्ट कंडीशन में व्हेन द पॉपुलेशन इज थ्रोइंग आउट द गार्बेज एंड द वेस्ट इन द फॉर्म ऑफ हीप्स, सर्टेन immediate actions are required so that the waste can be removed. In this case, improved disposal or storage facilities should be provided and should be located where people are able to use them easily. It happens if proper management is not there and proper facilities are not there as well. Now, improved storage facilities include small containers, maybe household containers, plastic bins, and so many other such things in which the solid waste can be stored. Large containers are there as well, which are used for communities, and communal depots are there, which are mostly walled or fenced. So इस तरह के मुख्तलिफ तरह के स्टोरेज साइट्स हो सकती हैं जिन पे कि वेस्ट को स्टोर किया जा सकता है. द साइज, क्वांटिटी एंड द डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ स्टोरेज फैसिलिटीज दे डिपेंड ऑन नंबर ऑफ यूजर्स. कितने यूजर्स हैं जिनसे सॉलिड वेस्ट जनरेट हो रहा है, उसके मुताबिक जो स्टोरेज साइट है उसका एरिया हम तय करेंगे. टाइप ऑफ द वेस्ट, किस किस्म का वेस्ट इंट्रोड्यूस हो रहा है, जनरेट हो रहा है, उसके मुताबिक स्टोरेज साइट को हम मैनेज करेंगे. मैक्सिमम वॉकिंग डिस्टेंस फ्रॉम द जनरेशन साइट, जहाँ से वेस्ट जनरेट हो रहा है वहाँ से जो स्टोरेज साइट है उसमें कितना डिस्टेंस है. ऑब्वियसली द स्टोरेज साइट शुड बी नियर बाय और क्लोज टू द जनरेशन पॉइंट. द फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ एम्प्टिंग, कि जो स्टोरेज साइट है उसको हमने कितनी फ्रिक्वेंटली उसको हमने एम्प्टी करना है और उसको डिस्पोज ऑफ करना है वेस्ट को. डिपेंडिंग ऑन ऑल दैट वी विल decide the storage site for the solid waste. So once the solid waste has been stored, now it will be collected and then moved to the disposal site. So collection is another category in this regard. It simply refers to how waste is collected for transportation to the final disposal site. So एक दफ़ा जितनी भी wastage है solid waste, उसको जब हमने store कर लिया, उसके बाद उसको हमने कलेक्ट करना है वहाँ से और उसको लेके जाना है फॉर डिस्पोजल साइट. शुड बी केयरफुली प्लान टू इंश्योर दैट स्टोरेज फैसिलिटीज डू नॉट बिकम ओवरलोडेड. जो स्टोरेज है इसको इस तरह से प्लान किया जाना चाहिए कि इसको हम रेगुलरली एम्प्टी करें, रेगुलरली से मूव करें वेस्ट को टू डिस्पोजल साइट, सो दैट वो ओवरबर्डन ना हो, ओवरलोड ना हो. Collection intervals and volumes of collected waste must be estimated. It depends on the type of the waste being generated and the amount of the waste being generated. उसके मुताबिक we will decide these things. So once the solid waste has been collected, next is its transportation to move it to the disposal site. Now this is the stage when the solid waste is transported to the final disposal site. The method chosen depends upon local availability and the volume of the waste to be transported. Now हमने पहले भी बात की थी कि इसकी collection as well as इसकी transportation के safe method को plan करना चाहिए ताकि containment रहे waste की, spillage ना हो और जो people इसमें involved हैं उनकी life को, health को risk ना हो. So depending on the type of the waste being generated, its amount and whether it is hazardous or not, उसके मुताबिक we will pick and choose the transportation system to move the waste to the disposal site. There are different types of transportations which can be employed in this regard. For example, human powered transportation is there, and obviously it will be used for the disposal sites which are closer to the population. It includes open hand carts, carts with bins, wheelbarrows and other such things. Animal powered transportation is there as well, and motorized is there as well, which includes all the vehicles which can be used to transport the collected waste to the disposal site. Now once you have transported it to the disposal site, next is the disposal of the waste. There are four main methods by which we can dispose of the waste. The first one is land application, which is basically burial or landfilling. इसमें क्या करते हैं कि we dig up the land and we then empty the waste in that ditch, and then we cover it with the soil again. Composting is there as well. Burning or incineration is there as well, in which we just burn the waste. And recycling is there as well. Recycling is very efficient, but it requires a lot of cost, because you have to have certain methods and machineries which can recycle the waste. However, the resource recovery is there. In developed countries, they are focusing on the recycling process. The most common of all these disposal methods is the land application. This was about the key components of solid waste management. I will see you in next lessons.